What's up, nerds? It's VanBradley. It's the modern age. It's patch 1.2.5. We are still as Lakshmi Bai of the Qajar Empire. Oh my goodness, we got a lot going on here. We talked about it at the end of the last video. We got influence. We're going to be incorporating city-states. It's going to be awesome. We got even more influence from being the Qajar Empire towards diplomatic actions. We got our unique cavalry unit, which is going to be busted with some of our great general people commanders, the Sardars, these guys. But we got unique army commanders, which is amazing. And then we just got really good unique buildings, happiness, food. Our unique quarter is going to give us culture and influence when we're in a celebration. And then we are still keeping our influence mementos, influence per age on pastures. And so we're getting 3 influence per pasture and 3 influence per turn for each commander promotion, which is insane. We're starting with 240 influence. The modern age has begun. I'm really curious to see how this modern age goes, because we're not going to be able to steamroll the same way we used to with some of the new patch changes. So we're going to have to be very, very particular with our strategy. Bro, minus 50% influence would be so disastrous for us. Hot take. I'm going to avoid the Dark Ages. I don't know about you, but neither of these seem particularly worth it. I think this is where things get a little wonky with the distant lands on Pangaea as well, because like plus 10 productions for settlements in distant lands, but it's like none of them for me. So it's a little bit weird how to square these with the new map types, but that's okay. We are going to go for 1 militaristic and 1 expansionist point for now. I think both are going to be helpful. The expansionist one is to get us down to that town one we're looking for, which is interesting. And then we'll use the military one to gain the extra healing. Might as well go for the Enlightenment Golden Age and then the extra scientific slot. I'm going to keep our capital city the same. So we'll keep our same city from last age. I think that makes sense. And then I'll go into that expansionist point again as well and just kind of get a little bit further down that tree. Yep, time to spend the points. 1 population in towns is amazing, so I'm going to have a lot to do. 15% yields in towns with a specialization, or plus 30 in distant lands. So we're not even getting the max because none of our towns are in distant lands. But those 15% yields are going to be great. We're going to have, what is this, like 15 towns with specializations? So that'll be a lot of extra yields. Especially if we make them urban centers and buy like a science and culture building. That science and culture will also be part of that 15%. Now I've actually got to go through and grow all these towns, which is pretty funny. Oh, even funnier is because all of my old cities are now towns. I get to grow them once as well. Does anyone need furs? Does anyone want any furs? Is anyone short of fur coats? Holy smoke. I've never seen this many furs in my entire life. Oh my god. And we need some rail. To make the most of these, I need some rail stations too. Crazy. The first thing we need to do is decide which of our old cities are going to stay as cities in this new era. So I'm going to take a look around and get back to you. I think obviously Nineveh for 200 gold is a pick to become a city. Atheni for 200 also regaining its city status. I think Tabai for 600 is worth it as well. So it's 4 cities. Do I want a 5th city? I feel like it's logical to add Chang'an to the mix. They've already got a lot going on. They've already got some overbuildable things. Oh, they repaired everything in the interim time, which is nice. I think Chang'an makes sense as a city. There's not a lot of towns that'll connect to it, but Yingxian will. So I think we'll do that. Yeah. I think Chang'an will be a city for 1100. And then that'll be, what, 50% extra cost or 40% extra cost on all buildings. I think we'll try 5 cities as like our meta and see how we do. Next up, I'm going to find the towns that just aren't going to grow, like Sirta here, and just give them a focus right away. I want to make use of that bonus 15%, but also I want to get our cities up and running in the modern age. So we'll just come in here and create some good towns. I do want to use and abuse urban centers a little bit here, but I'm more focused on making sure that there's a good amount of food going to our cities, so increasing the food is probably helpful. The idea of factory towns is also really interesting. +1 resource slot, 5 trade range. I'm pretty into that as well. It gives me another option for sure. I'm going to make a couple of these resort towns. Oh no, I didn't want to do a resort town. Oh my god. I wanted to do a... Okay, I'm redoing that. BRB. Well, I lied. I'm not redoing that because this turn would take like 200 years. So this is going to be a resort town and be absolutely terrible. Sorry, Corinthos. First move of the new age is to get a grocer in Quaracorum. Really, really good tile for a grocer here. 17 food. Really just doing God's work over there. The next thing we need to do is prepare for a battle. I think we're gonna end up fighting some people. Maybe we won't. Maybe we'll get through without fighting some people. We gotta prepare. I'm not gonna try and take on Ben. Benny Frank's kind of way up here. I think the best way to fight is gonna be this collection of cities here. They're close together. We can just chuck cavalry at them until they are like they have to just submit to our will. So this might be the plan over here. We are also going to start befriending city-states. It's only going to cost us 340 to begin the process in a lot of these places. We have 1100, and I just want to be able to say like, hey, we got some bonuses. We might do some incorporating if we have some settlement limit to don't start fighting with Himiko up here. I just want to be prepared for anything. Our homie here is gonna get another commendation, which is so I've never had 3 commendations on one army commander. This is incredible. I'm just going to go for movement for everyone within this giant command radius. That's so funny. Yeah, these guys can just run around everywhere now. I just wonder if she's worth attacking. We'd have to break off the alliance. Maybe we can just win without attacking her. Who knows? Who knows? We'll keep everything open. I think Oxford University is one of the best wonders in the game. We are going to rush that absolutely. We have our unique wonder, Aram Garden, or at least our kind of quicker wonder here, and our unique buildings here. And I think these are just worth it. These masteries, too, seem like they might be interesting. So we'll take a look over here. But we're going to go for the Sun Throne first. We have our first merchant. So I'm going to start trading with Benny Frank. I think getting some trade routes to Benny Frank is going to be smart for us. I'm going to come in here and improve the trade relations so we can get a couple. I'm still worried that I'm going to fight Himiko at some point. I think the best time will be after we get planes and after we have like different governments, if that ends up happening, or different, ideologies. So we'll take a look at that a little bit later. I feel like the 20% culture and science is better than the combat strength and all the rest of this, because I'd rather just have science to have better units and like planes than the extra little bit of combat strength on units that already have boosted combat strength. So I think that should be fine. I think the name of the game is science in the modern age, especially because that scientific victory has been made a little bit easier. Some costs have been reduced for some of the buildings and some of the techs involved. So I think 20% science is going to be the way to go. And I'm so glad that when you start a new age, that all the cities that you captured from the previous age show up as founded by you. Like, what a great way to use this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I hate this so much. Oxford University is unlocked. We are going to head there straight away. I want a beeline flight pretty early on here. I don't really need too many upgrades in this area. However, I think the port is going to be great for us. We'll go for the port, then probably down to industrialization for the rail station, because I think just moving these units, or if we're going to have this many units, moving them around is going to be critical. And we're just going to set up generally so that if we do end up at war, it's not going to be awful for us. All right, Oxford University in the capital for science, but 2 free technologies and a wildcard attribute point is really what I'm trying to achieve here. And this tile seems absolutely perfect with some good adjacencies, so we'll head straight there. A free ship of the line if we create a port. Yeah, sure, easy. Within 20 turns, no problem, man. No problem at all. I got this. We have 7,000 gold as well, and I want to upgrade my towns with this, except Corinthos, because that town just sucks now. Ah! Although it does have a really good ironwork, so maybe, maybe I'll hold my breath and be like, you know what, yeah, I messed this up, but that much extra production is worth it, All right, we are zooming through the Golam upgrade to be great, but we're going to go rail stations first. The unit movement is critical for defending ourselves if we get attacked. God, buildings are already so expensive, hey? Holy smokes. I'm going to save these mountain adjacencies for culture building specifically. We can get our happiness building over here, and we'll get at least a little bit of an influence or diplomacy adjacency, and we can build our unique quarter there. So I think that'll be fine to buy. It's going to be hard not to buy ports in a lot of cities, but I'm going to buy a schoolhouse here in the capital. I just want to overbuild in one of our science, I guess one of the science buildings. Yeah, but I can't get a quarter. I'm just going to get a quarter here. Yeah, this will be fine because I want a place to put some specialists when we grow in 4 turns. All of these kind of coastal cities, though, with great port options are absolutely getting a port as soon as possible. Interestingly enough, there's a lot of abilities here that give you just bonuses for being under the settlement limit. I think maybe as a catch-up mechanic, so 10 food in production in the capital for every settlement under the limit, etc., etc. I find that really interesting in a civ design to go and kind of be at the settlement limit, but that's interesting. There's going to be a ton of artifacts on the map now that there are kind of fewer civs to go looking for them, so we can get an explorer pretty early on. It's not the victory I'm going to go for. I'm not that into it. Right now, I'm just trying to find more city-states. We're already going to be the Sues of every other one on the map that we can see. And we have 3,219 influence that we need to spend somewhere. So I'm just going to do my best to find city-states to spend that on. I've had a really good time with the unique improvements, and this one making all navigable river tiles better in settlements is great for the amount of navigable rivers we have. So we'll just try that. Why not? I'm definitely going for a percentage towards buildings to kind of nullify some of that negative effect we have. I think I'm just going to take the happiness on warehouse buildings. It's not amazing. We have so much influence. I'm not worried about the influence bonuses, so we'll just take that. And then here, I think we just take the settlement limit. I mean, the food is really good, but I think settlement limit's amazing. It gives us the ability to either inherit one more of these city-states with our normal abilities, or just to take a city from someone else, or to use those policies we unlock where we get bonuses for being under the settlement limit. All of those are kind of interesting ways for us to go with that strategy now. We're going to come into factories and then up to flight. I want to unlock all of this stuff and make sure we are good to defend ourselves. And we've got our free ship of the line. Hopefully there's more city-states on the map. That would be super ideal. Ah, Himiko joined democracy. So if democracy is the one we join, then it's unlikely we are going to be fighting her too hard. If democracy is not the one we join, then it's likelier we're going to fight Himiko a little bit. I really do want our unique buildings, especially because we're in pretty permanent celebration mode. 24 turns for a rail station. That was nuts. My God. There's just no production in this city at all, I think is maybe more my problem. So maybe we need to get the ironworks in here to boost some production just to get the city to be able to do anything. In cities with large navigable rivers, though, I'm going to come in and try and buy an entrepot because 1,200 gold, oh my God. But I'm interested in what it adds to the tiles. I'm also interested in it just giving gold to other navigable river tiles. Yeah, they can't be next to each other, but you can build two in the same settlement, which I think is pretty funny. So that's a lot. It's 2 extra gold on all navigable river tiles in the settlement. But these ones are gaining 5 as well. Yeah, this is another city with like an obvious benefit to having an entrepot. So we'll chuck that there. And yeah, it's quite a bit more gold. Look at that. There it is. Oxford University. How exciting. That wildcard point's amazing. Separately, the extra technologies we get are also going to be very, very valuable. Hopefully they boost us closer towards planes and the factories. Hey, we got steam engine, food on farms and plantations. Production on camps will be quite nice. Combat strength for infantry units. Productions on mines and woodcutters. We are just short production, so that's amazing. Culture and science for each city-state on the suzerain of, I think, is interesting. There's a lot of places we could go here. We're not even touched the culture tree at all, and that's just 60 free culture, which I find interesting. Gold towards purchasing in all settlements can also be really valuable. We have quite a bit of gold, and that kind of helps get some of those buildings in there. We could also just get more settlement limit, which we might do. I think these ironworks are way more valuable than ever. This is a lot of production you can get for very little. That'll really kind of help build those buildings later on. So I think if their goal was to increase the value of production, I'd say pretty successful so far. Yeah, we'll get rid of the temple here, not a problem. Cost some happiness, but just immense yield upgrade everywhere else. Yeah, I'm seeing these ironworks is pretty close to a must build. Like I'm feeling the need to get them in almost every city. Once we start getting the ironworks in, the rest of this feels a lot better. 6,500 gold for a rail station. That was absolutely insane. We're pretty permanently in a celebration, though, and I want that culture boost as bad as possible. So I'm going to start building our unique buildings. It's just a little rough out there to kind of find the right spot for them. I spy a city-state to be the suzerain of, or at least I saw a city-state unit, so we'll see. All right, first rail station going in. Good news, friends. Only 19 turns. Jesus Christ. Maybe I could use some of that influence. Oh, my God. Okay, migrant. Yeah, get that production, honest to God. Maybe I could use some of that influence to influence people to build things quicker, you know? Hey! Oh, you're going to take it? Oh, don't be a prick. Oh, don't be a prat. Don't be a jerkus. Okay, you were a jerk. That was mean. That was mean and unnecessary. We've got factories now, and I'm definitely going to buy one because I think we desperately need this 5, 10, 15, 20, 25% production towards buildings because, good God, we are struggling. Hilariously, we don't even have anywhere with a rail station where we could put a factory, so we have some work to do before that's even possible. Plus 50% tile yields. This might be the only time where being a resort town actually makes sense. Yeah. Give me that happiness. Give me that culture. There we go. That's what we're talking about, Mediolanum. I'm going to buy the rail station here in the capital in the hopes that I could then purchase a factory at some point. The factory is now available. It costs 6,240 gold, so just a couple of turns away, baby. I'm zooming through this tech tree. More settlement limit, opera house, department stores, tons of good buildings. Not that we can build them anyway. Our production is completely shot, but we'll figure it out. Production towards overbuilding, exceptional stuff. Hopefully that's helpful for us. At some point, if we're not going to take these cities, we do have to settle our own. The city-states we can incorporate are not exactly in amazing positions. Right, like I'd rather come over here. I'd rather be down here with all these resources. Like I think I just want to make sure we're getting the most out of the settlements we have. Himiko also has 1,300 culture, so maybe we should try and stop her at some point. Ooh, Bermuda Triangle. Is that a thing we can use in any capacity? Not particularly. Anyways, I can buy this factory, and I shall be buying this factory. I shall put it right here. Not only will it add production, I can now come in. Oh, and give some extra building production, thank God. And there we go. Hopefully we are getting... Oh, we have more. We have one more. Sorry, culture. Hopefully we are getting a lot of building production here, and we can make things a little bit faster. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Benny Frank wants to go to war with Himiko High Shaman. I think we got to do it. I think we got to do it. I think we got to go. Boom, we're doing it. Sorry, dog. War details. Whee! You ever heard of plus 13 war score? Jesus Christ, that's rough. It's rough out there if you're a Himiko High Shaman, my God. 3 influence for each city-state, but minus 500 gold. Hashtag worth. Well, seeing as she's minus 13 war score, it seems like we should have a reasonable time doing some damage to her. All right, friends, let's get all the homies together. This guy is already full up. I think we're going to move over here and start doing some damage to Lahaina. Yeah, everything is just a major victory because of the war score penalty is so funny to me. It costs 200 gold to upgrade our units, and so I think maybe I'll leave it alone for now. I'm going to try and get some great commanders in and around these here parts, and then we'll just start doing some damage. I mean, these field cannons just have incredible range, my God. Yeah, we can take G if we wanted. Is that where we want to go here? I'm not sure exactly where I want to go, but more commander promotions would also be absolutely hilarious and completely unnecessary. Like, can you imagine needing more commander promotions? I guess we're in for another age, though, that's just going to take 1,000 years. Oh, it's too bad city districts don't get the same nerf from war score. Oh, man. That makes things a little harder. Oh, bless them. They're trying to do damage to things, but minus 13 is just hard to come back from. We've also just unlocked flight, which is hilarious. I'm going to get the food and happiness. Why not? I'm going to go straight for tier 3 cavalry dudes, and that'll be, I feel like, the end of a variety of conversations here. Oh my God, my man can get promos. This guy's not even promoted yet. Hell yeah. My role, first and foremost, is going to be one of pillaging excellence. I'm not going to try and take every city yet. I'm going to try and pillage everything. I want to ruin her economy first, more so than I've already done. 1,260 for my next one. So yeah, I kind of just, let's just boom, do one of these, and just start chipping away at some units. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is a rough look for my dude. I want to keep my unit maintenance and checking. I try not to create any more units if I don't need to. We already have so many, and a lot of what I'm going to get them to do early on here is just pillage things. I think just going around, kind of taking things out, making the Empire weaker is going to be a good way. Even if I can just get her units to disband like we did in the last era, that would be really, really incredible for us. Oh my God, all these units here are going to have a great time. Holy smokes. There's tons of space to run around. What do they say in Step Brothers? Just tons of room for activities? Is that where we're at? Loads of room for activities? Loads of room for activities. Loads of room to just pillage a thing or two. Boom. Yeah, get rid of that. Whatever that is, just get rid of it. They don't need it. Himiko High Shaman does not need it. For the militaristic attribute point, I think fascism might be the play. We'll give that a go. Well, good news for her. She's actually going to take out one of my units. Rest into maybe the healing we'll get to it. Can I actually make it plus 14? Jesus Christ. Better war support causes war weariness for the other side, which reduces happiness and combat strength. Yeah, she's going to have some unhappy people, man. It's getting rough out there. These building numbers are all of a sudden looking a lot better. So it's very, very helpful to get that factory in. This is looking quite nice. And as much as I would love planes, I feel like I gotta go for planes, though. I can buy myself an opera house if I want an opera house. You know what I want, though? I want an aerodrome, baby. I don't want to lose 7 science, though. I kind of do want it there, to be fair. I'll just use a squadron commander to put the planes where I want them, though, so we'll get the planes right down here. Oh, Lisbon's doing some work, and Lisbon's killing people, too. Hell yeah, brother. Take a load of that. I'm not going to show you every single one because I'm doing it 20 times a turn, but by God, they have made pillaging fun. The sound is fun, doing it's fun, taking the districts is fun, upgrading units is fun. I'm just having fun right now. Even over here, like, I could go in quickly. I could start causing a ruckus, but I just want one pillage at a time. Just a real slow roll. We're going in, taking out one thing at a time, making sure the economy is well and truly kind of shreked on our way towards the city centers. I don't want any hope for her economic recovery. Uh-oh, we're pillaging the rail station. No more transporting for you, you big jerk. Oh, look at this pillage. There's a lot of stuff on this tile. No way, Jose. And we're gaining a lot of yields while we're doing this, which is even more incredible. She's still got 1,300 culture, though. So whatever she's doing, it's working because she is doing great. We definitely need more howitzers, though. The howitzers are the only way we're breaking through these without planes. How much does a howitzer cost? Like, if I wanted to buy one down here just to make things easier, how much is a howitzer? 1,240, not even that bad, hey? You know, while we're waiting for planes, I'd be happy to buy a howitzer here. Yeah, 1,240. Next to this dude is going to have insane movement, so I'll just get in the game real quick. Honestly, give me a howitzer over here as well. Hell yeah, double howitzer. There's roads. We'll be quick. Oh, second commendation for our boy here. Hell yeah, brother. So we got combat strength and then the command radius. Yeah, let's just get more units with the extra combat strength. I think that's fair enough. All right, Benny Frank joined communism, so he's probably not going to like us for too long, so we're going to have to be careful. Anyways, now we have another... Oh, yeah, they're trying to attack, which just gives me more influence to go plus 15 on the war score, maybe. That'd be crazy. This feels so bad. You're just every turn pillaging 27 different things. Like, they're going to have nothing left, man. We knocked out 200 culture in the last turn, which is good. Plus 50% yield from pillaging. Okay, yep, we'll do that. He's got a big command radius. It's too bad we've already done most of the pillaging, but you know what? Next turn we'll get a little bit extra. Oh god, we're up to plus 15. Oh dear, oh dear. Plus 50. Surely we gotta have units disbanding at some point. My goodness. Yeah, she has no army over here anymore. I think she's up against it. She still has plus 500 happiness. How is that even possible? How is it even possible to have 500 happiness with this much war score deterioration? Really unfortunate for her that we learned how to use howitzers too, because I was having a good time just kind of pillaging things and not really making any progress on the cities. But the fact that howitzers turned out to be very inexpensive. Oh, another pillage? Ooh, some gold. Turned out to be a real Debbie Downer for her. Another promotion for this dude? Oh my god. Does he need more promotions? He's got 3 commendations. I think he's fine. I think I'm going to be able to take G. I think this is the first domino to fall in this conquest is G here. And it's a town I'm keeping for sure. It's going to keep Chang'an, or not. Or not, you know, is there oh, there's still a unit we got to kill. Alright, I mean, dude, minus 15 combat strength. I think you're dead. I think you're dead. I think we got you. Boom! There it is. That was the first one to fall. Look at that. We shall be keeping that. Oh no, minus 6 influence. That's only 1 commander promotion. Now we can upgrade a bunch of dudes, actually, which is pretty cool. We're going to upgrade a bunch of dudes and come down to Lindsay. She's back up to 1,246 culture, though, so that's not good. I've somehow ended up with 3 things here to spend, which is awesome. I shall indeed be taking more healing. Oh, unit maintenance is probably pretty good. I don't think I need much healing when I'm plus 15 on the war score, so that's fine. Gold towards purchasing is absolutely what we're going to do. And then at this point in the game, yeah, 24 and 24 is fine. Oh, she's back at minus 14 now. Sorry, minus 14 now, not minus 15. This is going to be so much easier for her now. Oh, she's got land ships now, hey? All right. All right, dog. Don't wait for us. Holy smokes. Yeah, I will be Lahaina. I mean, you got a land ship, but you're still minus 15 on the war score. That's still not good, my guy. Ooh, 120 science. Why isn't the pillaging making the yields on the tiles go down, I wonder? I wonder indeed. But yeah, that's a destroyed land ship. Unfortunate. And another promotion. I feel so satisfied building a plus 15 culture, plus 7 influence building. Like, that just feels so freaking good. 11 turns is a lot, though. Hey, tier 3 golems. Oh my god, that's crazy. And infantry companies. Holy smokes, we're killing it. We're cruising. We're having a great time. 3 combat strength for cavalry units. Hell yeah, brother. Give me that. Uh-oh, they actually killed one of my units. Wow, I'm actually going to build a unit now to replace a unit that got killed. Oh my god, they make this so difficult on me. They're actually putting up a little bit of a fight here, not gonna lie. She's got them, I call them big-ass land ships now, the level 2 ones. I think we'll kill them. I think we'll be okay. And we're going back to plus 15 war support, so I think things will be fine, but it's getting weird out there. She's also down to 10 settlements, so a couple here. We are very close to taking Lindsay. I wonder if we can do it this turn. Oh, it sure does look like we're gonna do it this turn. There's a little bit on the kind of damage we do. Maybe we're not. Maybe at the end of the day, we are not meant to have Lindsay this turn. That's okay. Next turn, it is. This is probably the worst peace deal of all time. I'm ruining your entire life, and I get one tiny town? Nay, bad deal. Well, I feel a little bad for Lindsay. They did take a bit of a beating before being captured, but that is going to be our second settlement captured in this kind of hole. Oh my god, I didn't capture it. Oh, that's so anticlimactic. What about now? It's now going to be good? Yeah, there it is. Look at us go. Might as well keep Lindsay. That's a poop load of happiness happening on these mountains here, hey? And now I can promote a bunch of dudes, and all the promoted dudes. Oh yeah, this settler's got to go. Sorry, mate. Maybe allowing any settlers to live. I have a feeling there's more to do in Lahaina, but this might be it? Probably not. It is. That was all of Lahaina. Hell yeah. Now we can promote some dudes and get marching towards Yadsodarapura. She still has 827 culture, by the way, just in case anyone was counting. There we go. Now we're up there grading dudes. Yeah, these guys are going to be fierce. Holy smokes. Yeah, they can just solo the land ships. I think if you're soloing a land ship, that's good. I think that's fair enough. Go get him, mate. Godspeed. Yeah, that feels good. Hey, you might as well kill this guy. Dorcas McGee up here. Yep. Hell yeah. All right. All right, now we gotta actually up here, once things settle down, gotta fix everything, but that should be good. If you give me Yadsaharapura, I'll definitely make peace with you. That would be a huge win. I'd be 1 over the settlement limit anyway. Yeah, okay, we're making peace. Yadsaharapura is also ours. We didn't even need to kill it. Oh, Fumsnay seems pretty good too. One sec. Fumsnay. Do we want Fumsnay or Yadsaharapura? Probably Yadsaharapura. Anyways, I take it. There we go. Perfect. Thanks, love. I'll see you back in 10 turns to continue this. All right, now I can focus back on our economy. Oh my god, Yadsaharapura has, you know, several resource slots. I think we're gonna make this a city, by the way. 3,000 gold. It'll take a while, but we might get to it. I'm worried now that those cards have been working. So Chang'an is a city, undeniably a city, not a settlement. Definitely a city that was not settled by me. We can all agree that we took Chang'an. So I'm curious, if I go to the policy card, how much production is this? 94 production. If I come to the policy card here, it could just be that this mod's not working, and that would be a little embarrassing. Let's take out the combat strength for a minute. Let's put in plus 25% production in cities not founded by you. It's saying 0. But if I do that, 94? So it got less production? Or is the production just worth more? Did the thingies go down? 1 second here. Did like the amount of turns go down? This feels pretty reasonable. Okay, well. Ooh, some wonders. Interesting. All right, well, we'll have to keep an eye on that. I don't think that card is working, though. Now that the war is done, I feel like building opera houses that give you 15 culture and 6 influence are all, like, pretty worth doing. I guess the only thing that sucks about ending that war off where we did... Do I want any of these wonders? I don't have any... Budhanath is good. Do I want to increase my relationship with all leaders, though? Maybe I don't care that much. Maybe I'll just take a schoolhouse for a little bit of science. Oh, we are no longer allied with Benny Frank. That alliance just dropped off this turn. He's not happy with us. I don't know why we destroyed his chief rival and absolutely made her life miserable. You know, who knows the mind of someone named Franklin? Who can say? Makes no sense to me. I'll agree not to attack you, mate. I don't want to attack you. I'm going for the science victory now. I'm locked in. While I'm locking in, I shall be purchasing a laboratory. It's what, 17 science? 5,500 gold, though, is insane. I'll definitely overbuild the dungeon here and at least make this a quarter. That feels fine to me. Plus 1,003 science. Now, how much longer do I gotta go to get to some of the places we're going? Surely I have some of the projects unlocked, no? So the launch of the satellites here, do I have to do anything before that? Build aerodrome, that's done. Complete transoceanic flight project. Ah, I see. Oh yeah, do that after this, dog. Alright, now that G is happily within the Empire, I feel obligated to repair everything we pillaged. Oh, sorry, citizens. That's my bad. My B. I didn't mean to cause you that much grief. It's kind of just how it worked out. We'll make it up to you later. While I'm here with Himiko, I think I'm going to start using some of my accumulated influence to just really start a ruckus over here. Yeah, like let's hinder some morale, let's hinder some production, steal some secrets maybe. We've managed to find a reasonable amount of production over here. We haven't been able to turn it into much of anything. I think I'll go for the rail station. I think it's worth having one over here. And then I think from there, we can kind of figure out what we want to do. I'll get rid of the 10 happiness for the 21 gold and 3 culture net. That's fine. Then maybe we'll buy a factory over here. Seeing as we're at the not at the settlement limit anymore as well, maybe it's worth coming through into our unique civics here. So that'll be 30 food in production in the capital. Not bad. I'm gonna get that just for the 30 food in production in the capital right now. I could incorporate city-states to pad that out, but do we need another city? Like, I feel like we're cruising with 4 cities. Maybe is 4 cities the meta? 4 to 5? Because 4 to 5 cities being the meta is a little crazy to me. We finally have another factory complete in 9 Vey, so let's come over here and get that factory going. I think for this one, you gotta throw in the culture. I just think we need that extra culture. So we're at 826 now. What are we going to be at after we add 3% culture stacking? Growth rate might be interesting. 3% happiness is good. All right. So 826. We'll go next turn and see where we're at. 951. So that's a pretty big increase. So that's good. It was worth it. I do kind of want the Eiffel. The problem is there's too many good. We still don't even have our unique buildings. Jesus Christ. All right. I mean, something like this opera house, though, is just so freaking good. Okay, I do want our unique buildings, though. And circle back for this 114 food, and then we'll head straight to rocketry, I think is the plan. We can't get a migrant in Chang'an. That's pretty funny. I mean, there's some really good tiles here to grab in Guiyang. Why not? All right, so 10,000 is enough to build something cool somewhere. We'll just get a factory in Chang'an next turn. I'm just trying to save the gold. I just don't know in this new gold economy what we're going to need it for. I mean, we're getting so many specialists that give us gold, though. 7 gold here. Hey, yeah, we'll just do that. Oh, my God. 37 gold on 1 tile. Wow. Do you want to be happy with me again? Ginseng agreement. Let's grab ginseng. Also improve trade relations. Also, now that we all got that going on, we can reconcile a little bit. I will also get a merchant here. I should maybe make some of my towns better, especially in these towns where I can buy buildings. They don't have a huge cost to them because they don't have that 5% multiplier. Anyway, I'll get a merchant as a start. But yeah, maybe I should buy a good building in some of these towns. So urban centers are quite good. So once you start buying a ton of buildings, it's going to get more expensive. But I can buy a couple of really great buildings here for way cheaper than in my cities, just by virtue of having fewer buildings in here already. In that case, I'll absolutely take a museum. Also, would not at all be mad if you checked the schoolhouse on there. Why not? I feel like this is very, very efficient. You can put a military academy on the schoolhouse, create a quarter. I mean, for 6,000 gold, that felt pretty darn good, hey? And we can get... I'm doing okay with scientific culture on the schoolhouse. Yeah, Benny Frank is thumbs downing us now. What is that about, Benny? Benny, what is that about? What have we done? At some point, I'm going to go with my Civ 6 strategy. Just get the best buildings you can when you can get them. A 9 plus 9 on 2 good yields with a 7 in there is crazy. The mark against this is I don't need 9. Yeah, that's the mark against that is I don't need 9 influence. I don't really need 9 anything. I'm already kind of winning. Maybe a factory makes sense then. I'll go for the factory, I guess. Sure. There's some really good stuff happening on some of these tiles, but for absolutely no reason at all, just because I want to and I think it's fun. And there's fewer civs in the game to be building wonders, so you have a bigger selection. I'm gonna build the Eiffel Tower up here. I don't know which tile do I want to get rid of. Probably this one here. These walls are providing some good yields, but some of them's got to go for an Eiffel Tower, I think. We've hit the first milestone for having factory resources, which is quite nice. Not going for this victory in this game. Going to try and chug along to the science victory here. We are already building the transoceanic flight. I just don't do the science victory, so we'll have to see what it's like. It's just been long enough that I don't even remember exactly how it goes. And so we're going to have to... Oh, what is happening here? Oh, these are cities that I took over. Ah, but now I have to repair everything and it costs thousands of gold because I'm a big ol' meanie. That's fair, that makes sense. There we go. So transoceanic flight does give us the first bit of movement there on this victory, so that's good. I'll come now and fix everything in Lahaina. 4,000 gold worth of pillaging done there. Holy smokes. But this is also because these kind of buildings already exist, increasing my yields without having to create formally another city in the same way, which is quite fun. Got a squadron commander. Where do I want to base you? I'm a little genuinely worried that Benny Frank's gonna come and attack us. If we're gonna establish an air base anywhere, I mean, I guess here makes sense, but barely. Just enough to get to at least one of these cities. I think we said we wanted to build a factory in Chang'an, so I will do that indeed. 13 production seems fine. Overbuilding an amphitheater is fine with me. I don't need that culture too much. And now we can get some more resources in there. I guess it's got to be production towards land units, just to start ticking up the factory score, but that's not exactly my favorite option, I don't think. At some point as well, I think I do need to turn Yardapahura into a city, so I don't know how to say that, but it has so many slots. I'm gonna repair the Der Shuriken. It has so many slots for resources. I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna add one more city. This feels like something that could be a good city here, but also so many resource slots that I'll be able to add a lot of these city resources in there. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. Yeah, this feels worth whatever issues we're gonna have with buildings costing more. So where are we at? 5 cities now? Is 5 cities kind of what we're saying is our kind of internal meta with this save game? I'm sure it'll change based on the game, the civ, the leader, all the rest, but I think 5 or 6 cities is feeling about right. Yeah, most of these wonders are cheaper than most of the buildings. That's pretty funny. Lots of production in this city too, so we're gonna get some good buildings pretty easily. I'll just start with our unique quarter for now. I just want, because we're always in a permanent celebration, I think that bonus is going to be helpful. I get that radio station, then we're breaking the sound barrier, baby. That's step 2 of the science victory. There's just so many good specialists in every single city now. Like, we're routinely getting 4 gold, 4 science, or some could have 4 gold, 5 science. Like, that just feels so good. Yeah, we have 6 cities right now. 6 cities, and because minus 5 times 6 is minus 30. Towns gain production for that, probably not worth. Although 2 production from specialists for minus food in towns is definitely worth it, so that's really exciting. Yeah, sorry, 6 influence per turn. I don't think you're strictly necessary. I think it's been worth putting other cards in this entire time, but I think this 106 production, mainly production from specialists, is very, very good, because that's in our cities grabbing these buildings that are more expensive. Hey, we built the Eiffel Tower. Hell yeah.
Eat that.
Kind of a vanity project, but we built it anyway. Why not? And there we go. Fireworks and all. We've got an Eiffel Tower. Hell yeah. I'm a little worried about Benny Frank deciding he wants a piece of me, so what I'm going to do... He's not even really near here, though. He's just got... The problem is he's got his one city here that's annoying, and they've got planes, but otherwise... Isn't that annoying over here? I was going to build an aerodrome here, but maybe not. Yeah, this grocer seems like good value. 7 gold, 4 science, 9.5 culture. Oh my god. I'll buy out the unique quarter. Yeah, I'll buy out the unique quarter just to finish that up because we're in a celebration, so we want that boost. I can buy out one other building too. I might as well buy out this schoolhouse. Yeah, I'll chuck it in over top of the observatory to make another quarter. That's good. And then for whatever reason, I'm viewing 10 culture, 6 influence, and 1 gold at the cost of 1 happiness to be well worth the trade. There's our next railroad tycoon progress. Benny's actually mad at us now, though, and that is a problem. So we're going to break the sound barrier. I'm probably going to try and build or buy some. Yeah, you know, but the planes are pretty cheap. They cost a lot of maintenance. Well, I'm going to start planing up here and getting an aircraft carrier around just in case he tries to do anything funny. I want to be able to throw some planes at him. I'm going to put down the Ubadiah Mosque for no reason other than it's fun and there's nothing going on in this city, so why not? Yeah, see, now that we've upgraded... Oh my god, now that we've upgraded a new city in this age, not founded by me, that's gotta be a bug. That is absolutely gotta be a bug. It'll give me what I want. I'll actually take out the influence. I have a ton of influence anyway, so that's fine. We'll come in here and add that production in that new city. Production towards constructing buildings and cities with a rail station, also great. Probably better than buildings and wonders with a great work slot overall. There we go. We've got our second stage of the science victory there. We now only need to research rocketry and launch the crewed space flight, maybe? While we're waiting, build me a bomber, please. You know what? Actually, I'll buy one of those as well. Heavy bomber. I just want to have them. I just want to be careful. I'm getting the feeling I should probably buy either a rail station up here to move some troops or an aerodrome in Nineveh. Yeah, 5,800 though, just to make sure we can have some planes that can attack these cities. Maybe we could just build the Buddhanath in 6 turns and then force them. Oh, but they're going over top of these good monasteries, and I kind of want to keep them. Just, you know, the monasteries, they're part of our empire. They feel good. Yeah, I think building an aerodrome over here is the likeliest to be helpful. All right, rocketry is done now, which means we can come in here and... Can we set up... What is it we need to do? Build the launch pad. Okay, we can do that. Launch pad, 8 turns, 24 science, no stress. Yep, we'll just get rid of whatever's here. Can I just buy the launch pad? How much does that cost? 10,000 gold. Scratch that. I'm just going to buy a launch pad in like 2 turns. And we're going to free economic attribute point. Let's make that even easier. Well, when I said easier, I meant 18 gold per turn, which is not that much easier. But, you know, I didn't actually look. I should have looked. I will instead build a port while I am waiting. I'm getting some submarines going up here. I'm going to move them around. I just want to be able to do some damage from the ocean should the worst case scenario happen and we end up in a war. Get some battleships going as well. You never know in this crazy world that we live in what's going to happen. I shall now purchase the launch pad because that's a little bit easier. So let's chuck that. Oh, yeah, there we go. Look at that bad boy. Holy smokes. And then launch the satellite. Is it 6 turns away from victory? Is that the win? Is that how that works? Well, we're about to find out. Hey, the Ubadiah Mosque. Hell yeah, brother. We'll take that combat strength for air units again, just in case they decide to get a little crazy, a little wild. You can build multiple launch pads. That's pretty funny. I don't know why we'd need to do that, but you sure can do that if you want to. Again, I think maybe a submarine might be helpful here. And so theoretically, we're 2 turns away from winning. I think that's a true statement. It could be a false statement, but I think that's a true statement. Yeah, give me some heavy bombers. Bought an aircraft carrier here just to be able to station some planes and kill some of these cities as well. All right, this is where we find out there's actually 9 more steps and we messed this up. Come on, give me the win. Give me the win because I'm excellent. Yes! Is that a VanBradley victory? That's loud as fuck. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. But hey, we were going to space. Look at that. Whee! The modern age has ended. Yeah? Oh, still 1 more turn. Oh, well, that's weird to launch it and then tell me I need 1 more turn to launch it. Oh, we still have the crewed space flight. Never mind. We still have 11 more turns. Just kidding. We're here for 11 more turns. I'm glad we did the science victory, though, because that was one of the ones that they, like, changed the balancing on to make it feel a little better, or at least the cadence of it feel a little better. And I, you know what, feel pretty good about it. All right, now that we got to where we're going, I'm gonna put the Buddhanath down. I think building wonders is fun. And you know what? We're here. Why not build some wonders? Oh, there we go. We actually at the end of our factory tree as well. Should we see which victory's faster, 9 turns? Or do I just... Oh, the Great Banker will be way faster because we only have 2 capitals to go to. Lamau, that's really funny. I guess we're great banking it. Yeah, take that. Take that science victory. Take that Firaxis trying to make the science victory cadence make more sense. I accidentally got the economic one more quickly. I mean, part of that is that I have only 2 capitals to go to, which is pretty funny. Okay, now we're greatly banking in Tokyo. What a cool way to win a game. All right, is this the victory? Is this how I win the game? It is the way we win the game. VanBradley with another Civ 7 victory. Hell yeah. Level 5 with Lakshmi Bai, too. That's great. Well, that was a fun one. Well, Bob's your uncle. I can't believe it. The modern age has come to an end, and we have won another game of Civilization 7. Now, I'm interested to try this again, but with the tech and culture trees back up on deity as well. But there it is. That is the World Bank victory condition. Victory is Lakshmi Bai. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. I appreciate each and every one of you who's put your eyeballs and ears on these videos. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.